So one of our clients actually asked us about intermittent fasting and whether it is that good. And she sent me this article, which I'm going to read over to you as well. Well, I guess it's an article, but about intermittent fasting and its benefit and weight loss. And I thought, what better way to actually go through it with you as well, because there is still a lot of misinformation around intermittent fasting and its benefits, basically. The beginning of it, intermittent fasting is not a cup of tea. In fact, some cases, instead of helping weight loss, intermittent fasting has contributed to gaining weight in some people. IF gaining popularity and many celebrities are even trying it. Let's take a look at celebrities who chose IF to either stay fit or inch closer to their weight loss. If your goal is to lose weight, you must have once wondered whether it is safe or not. It's a great way to lose, but is misunderstood as a diet, hence people gain weight or do not get promising results. Blah, 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 blah. Malika Arora is a perfect source of fitness motivation, taking about her diet routine, talking about it. She doesn't eat anything between the morning. If she takes her dinner between 7 to 8 p.m. every day, it's kind of miserable. And after that, she keeps a fast for 16 hours till 12 noon the next day. According to her, intermittent fasting is the easiest way to lose weight. And there's a picture of her as well. And this is the stuff that I can't stand, right? They'll show you intermittent fasting or the diet that they're following, and then they'll show you like a very touched up picture to show, oh, this is what it can do for you. Alia Butt has revealed how intermittent fasting helped Alia to lose weight by following the 16-8 rule of IF with a vegetarian diet plan. And guess what? She lost 16 kgs in just 3 months before her first movie release. And Bharti Singh gave birth to a baby boy before pregnancy. There was a weight loss transformation. The star comedian lost 15 kg in 10 months. After transformation, she revealed how eating her first meal at 12 p.m. There we go. There's a trend. Jacqueline Fernandez, just like Alia's IF plan, she ate her last meal at 7, and in the morning she drank lemon water and then had her first meal at 8 a.m. Also, her diet is low in sugar and fats and high in veggies and fruits. Don't know who the hell this one is. We'll scroll down a bit more. Okay, so just a couple there. I'm assuming a lot more celebrities are going to be following IF as a way to lose weight. But here's the thing, and what you're not being told, okay? Intermittent fasting is a tool. It's helped me lose weight in the bloody past. Yes, I'm telling you just now, I've used intermittent fasting as well. What it does is it pushes back your window of opportunity to eat. Now, Ramadan, for example, I observe Ramadan every single year, and that's a time where I tend to lose weight. Think about it, especially in the long summer months, because the days are a lot longer, right? Now, when you're going through long periods of time without food, you're not going to be able to eat, obviously. You're not going to be drinking much water as well. So you then break your fast, and then you have a good number of hours to consume all that food. Every single day our bodies require a certain amount of food to maintain our weight, basically, right? Now, if you cut off that supply, it's going to think, all right, what's going on here? Where can we get our usual source of energy that we are getting normally? And typically that will come from the average person, from muscle and some body fat, okay? But from someone who knows what they're doing, it'll come off their body fat primarily and less off their muscle. And that's where we want to be. So when you're intermittent fasting, you are just pushing back your eating window, meaning that you're not going to be able to consume the 1,500 to 2,000 calories you would potentially, for example, normally consume on those days. That's the part most people are not getting. We've had people, fight back on me saying, oh, their sister was using IF, and some even quite comedically had claimed that intermittent fasting, the process of their stomach grumbling and making noises, was fat being eaten up because of intermittent fasting. I tried to educate them, but they were having none of it. So by intermittent fasting, you're not burning the fat away. You are just restricting the amount of energy, the one word no one likes to hear, calories. And because of that, your body then taps into stored fat over the week, because you don't lose fat on a day-by-day basis, and that's what causes you to lose weight. So I've used it in the past where I want to go through a couple of weeks of dropping a little bit of body fat where I don't want to think too much about food, so I will fast till maybe 1-2 p.m. I'll have my black coffee in the morning and I'll get on with my day. My first meal is at 1 to 2 p.m. From that time, 1 to 2 p.m. all the way till 10 p.m, I'm missing a massive meal or a meal and a snack I would normally have from 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. That's no longer there. Okay, so there's a gap there. So that energy it's going to be very hard for me to make up in, 8-9 hours for me anyway, because my stomach is quite small. And that's how people end up losing weight, because they don't have enough time to eat all those foods, which then causes them to eat less, which then causes them to be in a caloric deficit, a negative energy balance as people like to call it. Okay, so that's how we lose weight. Intermittent fasting is a tool. It restricts your calories, and because of that, you're going to eat less, and then you'll end up losing weight because your body starts tapping into fat stores and muscle. However, you need to do it properly, okay? And there is a right way to do it. And this is the thing that a lot of people don't really pay attention to. And I've kind of alluded to it earlier, protein, right? When you're going to be intermittent fasting, I'm assuming the majority of my audience and our followers, even our clients, like to protect muscle because they want to have that toned appearance, okay? If that's you, awesome. Because when you're intermittent fasting and you're going to be in a calorie deficit by the end of the week, your body doesn't care whether that energy comes from muscle or body fat. It doesn't care, okay? But you should care, and you should try to get it to lean more towards body fat, not muscle tissue. How do you stop that from happening? Well, 2 ways, okay? So the first thing is lifting weights if you can. Maybe 1 or 2 sessions a week if you aren't doing anything at the moment, but we'll talk about that in another video. Right now, the priority should be increasing the foods that protect the muscle, which is protein, amino acids, okay? So if you can get enough into your day, if you're only eating 1 meal or 2 meals a day, make sure they're super high in protein. If it's just 1 meal a day, then try and get a high protein smoothie or something of the sorts to protect the muscle and get enough amino acids in. I promise you, if you do this, you're actually going to see better results compared to just seeing muscle come off you. Because when you lose muscle, you speed up the aging process as well. You get that kind of skinny fat look as well. I'm not one to judge, obviously, to each their own, but the majority of people we deal with, they don't want to see that. Okay, so if you want to protect as much muscle tissue as possible, so make sure your meals are super high in protein, especially if you're only having 1 or 2. Everything else in the article I would ignore, lemon water, again, not sure why this is still a thing in this day and age. Restricting certain foods, having more fruits and vegetables. I mean, always having more fruits and veggies is a good thing, but you don't have to restrict certain food groups unless you have celiac or you have allergies, or if you have difficulty, digesting and absorbing certain foods. Okay, that's fine. But if you don't have any known issues, there's no reason to avoid certain foods. Obviously, make sure the majority of your foods are whole, you're having nutritionally dense meals. That's what you want to focus on for the most part. But you do not have to worry about eliminating certain foods. It's going to cause more stresses, more worry. It's going to deprive you, and you're not going to look forward to this, because at the end of the day, the best diet is the one that you can follow. Okay, so the best way to think about it is this. If you can see yourself eating the same way right now in the next 6 to 12 months, then that's the best approach to take. If you're struggling and you're thinking, damn, I can't wait for this to be over, stop immediately, you're going to fail. Hopefully you found that useful. Intermittent fasting is pretty decent. It's a tool I use as well, but you need to know why you're actually using it. That's the most important thing. Any comments, any questions, anything you want to query, drop me a comment below if you have any at all. Lots of freebies in the description as well. And before you go, do check out my latest video. Catch you guys in the next video.